All right. What's going on, party people? This your man Griff. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know I'm out here doing my thing. This Saturday morning, October the 7th. Already did one closing, got another one. HELOC closing, got a refi that I'm about to do in about 40-some minutes. What else? And then I got another refi this afternoon around 5 o'clock. So Saturday's pretty good. Things are starting. I told y'all this year, this 2023 year, I've been doing a lot more closings on the weekends. Matter of fact, I went 11 weeks straight with having a closing on the weekend. A closing on the weekend. So that's pretty good. That's pretty darn good. So it's still deals happening out there. You just got to make sure you're out there and people are seeing you do it. And like we talked about last night in the live that I was doing, a lot of people, these signing companies, they are looking at your profile. You know, a young lady from one of the companies on SnapDocs hit me up to do a signing. I said, okay, cool. And then she said, I just want to tell you that you have a lot of great reviews and a lot of people are very happy and they give you positive reviews on what you're doing. So I'm like, all right, cool, bet. You know, I like that. I really do. I like that. So I'm real appreciative of that. But what that tells me is that they look at your profile, they read what you say, and you got to keep in mind also that there's some people out here who are wordsmiths. They're very, they want to see how you communicate who you are. No different than in a W-2. And keep in mind, a lot of people are coming from that W-2 environment, got that management, HR background, and then they are signing company owners or working within the title company or with a signing company, and their background is the English language and communication. So if you don't communicate well in writing, sometimes people won't think that you have the mental capacity to do something. So keep that in mind when writing your profile. I'm a new notary, I got a stamp, and I took 15 training courses. That may not necessarily impress them. They want to hear you articulate who you are and the fact that you know how to do the job that they're looking to hire you for. So one of the things that popped in my head last night during the live, and I didn't really even go there because I would have been on for a long time. But I said, let me just do a video since I got some time right now before I go to this closing, whatever time it's. Okay, I got 45 minutes. Now, it's not going to take 45 minutes. And I keep trying to do these videos short so I can stick them on Instagram, because Instagram won't put a video that's longer than 15 minutes pre-recorded, which y'all can tell my stuff be longer. So if you know people on Instagram, tell them to come on over here and watch this video. But one of the things that I think is the biggest mistake that a lot of business owners who are notaries are making, or notaries make in the way they structure their business or run their business, is that they don't set a financial monthly goal. Now, note what I'm saying, monthly. A lot of people say, well, no, I have a goal that I want to make $150 per signing. I have a goal of making this, that, and the other per signing. Okay, but what is your monthly goal? Because you have to pay bills on a monthly basis. You have reoccurring things on a monthly basis. So each month, so in other words, the month prior, how much money did you bring in to take care of the current month's debts? Okay, because you can make $150 last month on a closing, but would that $150 pay more than just one bill, or more than, or just only a half a bill or a quarter of a bill? You see what I'm saying? So you have to ask yourself, will this money really, really help me? If it will, great. I made $150 last month. I did 10 $150 signings, and that was all I needed. And the reason why I thought about it, because before I did the live last night, I was talking to a notary at the FedEx, and me and her was chopping it up. And she said something, I was talking about goals, monthly goals for dollar amounts, and she said, well, Griff, that's what I do. She said she does it part-time, so she works 2 jobs, one on the weekends, I think every other weekend, and then she works a job part-time during the day. And she does notary. So the whole time I've known her, she's done it part-time. She hasn't done full-time notary. And she said once the market changed, she had to shift her goal, her financial goal. And she said she has a monthly goal of at least $1,000. Now, for some of you, you're like, wow, that's low. But if she does $10, $100 signings a month, or $20, $50 signings a month, she will make her goal. And she said, if my goal is 1,000, and if I get it, great. If I get more, you know, it's like, wow. But she says, I have a monthly goal. If I can pull in an additional $1,000 a month, she said, for what she got going on in her life, she's good. And guess what? She's one of the few notaries that I still see out here doing the business. Cars keep coming by. Now, this isn't, what I'm about to say isn't for every single notary, doesn't apply to every single notary, but for a lot of the notaries who they, hold on one second. Okay, it was just too many cars for a second there. For a lot of notaries, I think that they have, because their goal is the per signing dollar amount, that they have quit the business. And if you probably talk to them, which not if they hear this, they ain't gonna tell you, but if you really talk to them or some people who you know, they probably have quit the business because their signing, per signing or per order goal was not met or can't be met anymore. Now, it doesn't mean that if they have a goal of $4,000 or $1,000 or $12,000 that it can't be met. They just got to work harder for it. So if their goal was just $150 per signing, this, that, and the other, I can see them walking away from the business now because the ability to do that is not there. And that's a concern for them. But for those people who I've come across who still have a monthly goal, they're able to, they've been staying in the business because they realize, okay, I might have to work a little harder, I might have to diversify, this, that, or the other, and they're meeting their monthly goal. So I think the number one mistake that notaries make as a business owner is not setting a consistent monthly goal to hit and to motivate them and move them, because you can get $1,000. Now, how you get it, that's a different story. You can't, I think you can control how you get $1,000 more than how you, whether or not you can get $150 signing every single time. And she has direct clients and does signing services. And one of the things that she does is, which I tell notaries to do, she puts her orders into SnapDoc. So she said she even put her general notary work in there. So for her signing orders, anything that's not even SnapDoc, she throws it in the SnapDocs, and that algorithm is tearing that thing up and like, okay, yeah, I like this, because she's active and doing work, and she's getting notifications. Even for me, I hadn't had a chance because I had so much stuff going on to put all of my non-SnapDoc orders into SnapDocs. I put more in the other weekend. I went and updated SnapDocs with some more work that I did from September. Not even doing what I did in July and August, just September. Next thing I know, I started getting more notifications. I'm telling y'all, put your orders in there. So the goal should be, what can you bring in for each month? And a lot of notaries that I come across that are fussing, that are struggling, that are really having a hard time accepting the ebb and flow of this business are those who have a individual assignment dollar amount, that I want to make this for each assignment. And what I think you're trying to do, for those of you, this is directly for those of you who are about the per signing order, and I got a video out there somewhere out there. I'll see if I can find it and put the link in the description. But there's a video out there that I got dealing with this subject. What I think y'all trying to do is, you feel that once you can solidify that you're getting consistently $150 per order. And we'll use that as a base point, the baseline. Then you'll want to say, I'm making this dollar amount. Then you want to brag and say, I'm making 10,000 or 5,000 or whatever. I think some people are timid and scared and afraid to step out there and say, I'm going to make $5,000 a month. Because they know that $5,000 may not come off of a $150 signing. It might come off of a $100 signing. Do they want to do that amount of work? It's either yes or no. So to finesse the social media world and to finesse y'all, they don't ever talk about monthly goals. But when you hear, when you hear the business owners and quarterly reports and monthly reports that they put out, they talk about what they're bringing in per month. They're saying, yeah, this person, you know, they brought in, you know, $2.6 million in the third quarter. They're not talking about what they made for for each individual item. And we can learn from listening to those folk as they do their monthly or their quarterly reports for business. See, businesses do monthly, quarterly, semi-annual, and annual reports as to how much revenue did you bring in. Yeah, you can talk about, like, when you're trying to do a deal and trying to get somebody to loan you money, and they're like, okay, well, how are you making this money? Like on Shark Tank, what do they do? How many units are you selling, and you know, in other words, like my earbuds, you know, how many units are you selling, and what's the cost per unit that you're selling them at? What's the cost per unit that you're making, which helps them to determine whether or not you're making enough revenue. Got it. The thing is, that's in you trying to get money. Now the question is, how much money are you making? How much money are you making? How are you actually selling units? Meaning, are you actually doing orders? For us, the units are orders. Are you doing orders? And it's a little difficult to sit there and try, and y'all know this, to sit here and say, okay, well, I did this order for 85, and the exact dollar amount that I put into doing it versus what I'm getting paid is this. Very hard to determine that, okay? Because you know, because people don't know how to do math nowadays. Grandma, she out here doing her walking, getting her exercise on. But that's the thing. So what has kept me going is my monthly goal. How close am I to getting it? As I go through this, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm hitting it. I'm hitting it. I'm hitting it. And then I can sit here and say, okay, now that I know I got this amount coming in, I know I need to put out this month to this bill, to that bill, to this person, to that person. Okay, cool, you know, and things of that nature and everything. How you doing, ma'am? Doing good. I see you getting that exercise going on. You know, so the monthly goal of dollar amount moves me more than anything. So I just want to encourage y'all real quick, like, I ain't gonna stay on this topic too long. Plus, I might be able to get this done quick enough to put on Instagram. So if you've seen it on Instagram, but here's the deal. It's all about what are you bringing in total for the month. Don't get caught up in what you're getting per signing. That only comes into play when you're trying to market yourself to somebody to get money, like how many units you're doing, how many closings you're doing, what's your cost to do it, this, that, and the other. The bottom line is, as long as you're bringing the money in, it, to a certain degree, it really don't matter whether you're getting that per signing. Just get the money in. And y'all know the market has changed and things have shifted this way, that way, and the other. So it's really about just getting the money flowing in so you can meet those them bottom line goals and them dollar amounts that you got to pay, because your bills don't care how much you made per signing. They don't care that you did a $35 or $20 or $150. Your bill only wants to know, can you meet the obligation that you have to pay me? That's it. And if you do, then it's happy, and then it says, okay, go hit it again for next month. All right, talk to y'all later. Peace.